Right to the end of the earth with you. no fear to spread forth the truth anymore. People are sick of the lies, and this is the biggest of all the lies. So if it's a psyop, it goes back to the Vedic wisdom. It goes back to the Bible then, and then it goes back to the Mayans, the Babylonians, and the Egyptians, and the Chinese, and the Nordic, and the Druidic, and the ancient Romans, and the Hebrew, and all those systems. They are all geocentric. And so what you'll find is that in the dark age of the Kali Yuga, the Iron Age, which really began a couple of thousand years ago, you could say, the materialist philosopher came forth, and the spiritualist was pretty much vanquished. And that period of the parting of the ways is exemplified with Plato and Aristotle. Aristotle partnered to create the materialistic philosophical peripatetic school, where the philosophers would walk and contemplate the nature of the material universe, walking around the cinder track, whereas Plato went off to teach the true transcendental Platonic theology, which is transcendental science. So transcendental science and pseudoscience has been at war for many thousand years, and the psyop is actually the globe, the ball. This is the worship of Baal, the worship of the ball. It's Baal worship. It's false. It's always been known to be false. We don't live on a ball. We're not spinning around. The centrifugal forces around the equator would be much, much stronger than people living in northern parts of Canada or Alaska. Where's the differential? You can't feel it. If you go to Ecuador, there's no difference. You should be flying off like a merry-go-round, or like one of those little turntables where they put little children on them. The centrifugal pressure pushes you out, not inward as hocus pocus gravity would teach, would supposedly stuck to the globe, whereas the 1,000 miles an hour faster than the speed of sound rotating centrifugal forces of the equator would fling you off into the heavens. And gravity should be so heavy at the pole that there's no centrifugal force. No ball, no bail.
These are some of the most difficult things for globe Earth theorists to debunk, particularly the one where we're told that the Earth is spinning at a rate of 1,100 miles an hour or something, and the average intercontinental flight is something like 550 miles per hour. So on that basis, if we're travelling from west to east, how do flights ever reach their destination when the Earth is travelling faster than they are? And as you've said, you're in Australia right now. I'm speaking to you from England. You should be upside down from me, and you're stuck to the globe by gravity or whatever it is, but you are, to all intents and purposes, upside down, and all the buildings in all the cities are upside down, and all the cars are driving upside down. How is that possible? These are the most difficult things to debunk, I feel.
Oh, they haven't got a hope, because it's indoctrination that they're defending to the death.
And isn't it interesting that we seem to have come full circle, no pun intended. When you look back a few hundred years, conventional wisdom had it that we lived on a flat plane, and people used to believe that you could actually sail off the edge if you went too far. And then came, Copernicus and Galileo and all these characters with their globe Earth model, and suddenly the whole paradigm got kind of redrawn, and it got accepted into the universities and colleges and such, and was taught in academia, as you say. And so for the past 100 years, we've been conditioned and programmed through the schooling system to believe that we live on a globe, and there are globe sort of motifs and icons everywhere, as I heard you point out as well, just to kind of subliminally reinforce that fact. But now you've got a whole bunch of people coming around to the idea that actually the first model was correct after all, and that the globe is alive. So there's these changing sort of belief systems all the time. And it's very interesting that Obama came out with his comment last year, a very disparaging comment where he said we don't want a meeting of the Flat Earth Society here, and got a big laugh for it at one of his public speeches. And there's got to be a reason why he included that line in his speech, because these guys don't throw away these kind of comments for nothing. So that would have been scripted into what he had to say that day.
evolution and ape-man crap and Big Bang rubbish. And so, of course he hasn't got time, has he? But one day, Barack Obama, and you just remember my name, Santos Panacci, you will be in jail for the demonic things that you are doing.
I'm very interested in considering what an acceptance of the flat earth model negates. You know, that which has to be thrown out because the two are not mutually compatible. So if the flat earth is correct, this is my number one question really, because from when I first started considering this whole subject area, this is the one that's really bugged me. Where does it leave us regarding zodiacal ages and the phenomenon of precession of the equinoxes? Because this is all based around what we're told is a slight wobble of the Earth on its axis over vast periods of time. The Sun at the vernal equinox is seen to rise against the different zodiac constellations. And precession is encoded in many ancient monuments and writings from civilizations all over the ancient world. It seems to me that if the flat Earth is correct, then precession and these zodiac constellations have to be thrown out.
No, perspective is going to the heliocentric model is erroneous, pure and simple, sun and center, helios and father, it's Geo, the mother, it's geocentric. And so these boy god worshipping patriarchal misogynistic Jehovah boy god, the monotheist aberration teach, has usurped the true teaching of Isis and Radharani, Mary, the mother, God and goddess, geocentric, true cosmology. We are centered in the earth. Earth is the center. Earth is an anagram of heart, earth, ether, the same word. And so the heart is the core. Core is heart, not the sun. And that tells you earth, heart, core, middle. Therefore it's geocentric. And in order to be geocentric, one would revert to the understanding of the matriarchal nature of the universe, and to balance the two rather than be unbalanced in this patriarchal heliocentric system. Okay, and so, and what was the question again? Just remind me, because I haven't got to that yet.
Yeah, so are you saying that precession is still possible because it's the stars and the constellations that are moving and not us?
Okay, so the dome, vault, firmament, starry sidereal heaven, which is the 8th sphere above our head, which is the octave. The 7 luminaries are below this vault of the heavens, which is the zodiac and the stars. And these two systems, the sun on the ecliptic with its planets, so-called planets, the wandering stars, they move in circles contrary to the 8th sphere, which is the sidereal system. So below is the tropical system, the sun on the ecliptic as it goes through Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, the Aries spring equinox, the Cancer summer solstice, the autumnal Libran 23rd of September autumnal equinox, and the Capricorn 21st of December solstice. These are below the sidereal zodiac. And so this roof, this chandelier, according to the Vedic scriptures, the chandelier that God made above our heads, the starry vault, it turns 360 times every year. Perfectly. And the sun, on the other hand, it needs 365 and a quarter revolutions. So there is a differential. There is a contrary motion. There is something that perplexes man in this differential has always disturbed man, modern man. And so this is the cause of the influences of the two systems, the tropical and the sidereal system. And so what appears to happen is So this can be explained by the differential of these 2 years, 360 and the 365 and a quarter. And it's so simple. We don't need a globe and a wobble, hocus pocus wobble axis, hurtling through space. Explain this. Hocus pocus. It's dodgy. And it disturbs the intelligent ones. This is why there's a list of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of great men and women who have written great books and treatises on the flat Earth. All you have to do is Google how many people have written about the flat Earth, and you'll see the list that goes on and on and on and on. And yet, hocus pocus, Einsteinian relativity and gravity, Newtonian gravity, Copernican globalism, globe bull, are taught in all of these institutions. And why don't people like Robots and all these great writers who gave proof about the flat Earth, and why do we not talk about Airy's failure in 1871 with his water-filled telescope, proof conclusively that we do not move? What about Sagnac in 1913 with his light experiment, splitting a beam of light around a table to see whether the ether would slow down the light, or whether phony Einsteinian relativity would affect the light. He proved that there is an ether, and therefore we are not rotating. What about the Michelson and Morley experiment with the tunnel, the 6-mile water channel where they found no curvature? There's no curvature. There's absolutely no curvature. You can see Chicago ramping up to your eye horizon from Milwaukee, from the opposite state, 120 miles away. You can be sitting in Veneto, Italy, Genova, Italy, and you can see the Isle of Elba 125 miles away, sitting above the ocean.
I was on a flight over Europe last week in a window seat actually, and I saw no curvature. I had a brilliant view of who knows how many hundreds of miles from about 37,000 feet up, and there was no curvature evident, I have to say.
It does not exist.
This will not surprise you.
Yeah, it's surprising that people just want a curvature that they concoct in their own half-cocked, half-witted minds. I had an argument with a friend that I've known for 20 years, and he was disgusted because he's been up 45,000 miles in a plane and he's seen curvature. Well, I asked him, did you see that curvature at your eye level, 360 degrees around? Well, yes, I think I did. Well, then $39,000 or 10,000 miles high, you would see a
Were very hostile. It felt a lot of times like I didn't have a voice, but music was that voice for me.
the Tropic of Cancer. And so, and in the middle is where the equinoxes happen. And so, this is a vortex. It's clearly a vortex. The sun is vortexing in the sky. Helios is a helix, as in DNA helix. And so, as it goes up to the Tropic of Cancer, it compresses. And souls are attracted and introduced into this solar system through this contraction. And then as it expands and it goes down the Christmas tree, TP, the Tropic of Capricorn, it expands. And the ancients always said that Cancer is the gateway of men and Capricorn is the gateway of gods. Because etherealized and self-realized beings return to the heavens from that tropic, at the Tropic of Cancer, which is Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn. Saturn's the green reaper. Saturn is the harvester. He has a scythe, a sickle in his hand, so he reaps and has a harvest of souls. Whereas the moon rules in Cancer. The moon is the ovaries and the womb, the solar system. She brings the souls in through from her sphere onto the earth, and the earth clothes us with this garment, this physical body, because of dust you are, and dust you shall return.
So, no hemispheres, no equator, and no poles. So, out goes any suggestion of magnetic north and south poles then, I guess. And we're taught that many birds and sea creatures use the poles to navigate themselves around. We're also told that in the remote past there have been cataclysmic magnetic pole shifts which caused devastation to the Earth. So I guess all of that can't be possible within this model.
Yes, they can. The so-called pole shifts, not pole shifts, the sun appears to rise in the east and set in the west. Well, the Egyptians, Herodotus in particular, noted in his histories that the Egyptians kept records that every 12,000 years the sun changes its rotation. And this is not a pole shift. So now they say, oh, the ball is flipped, so now the sun rises in the west and sets in the east. Well, Herodotus said that the Egyptians tell us, teach, the sun stops in the sky and it returns and it goes back the other way for 12,000 years. And then it stops and it goes 12,000 years the other way. And so, yes, it does work. Everything works. You just have to use the correct model. And that's what I'm here for. I'm happy to do the work, and I will till I draw my last breath. Deflate, destroy, and debunk the hocus-pocus sciences. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, it's all down to redrawing the model, isn't it? Because if you look at the globe, the traditional globe Earth model that all school kids have in their classrooms, and most of us have them in our homes, you look at the way the countries are arranged, and we're told there's an equator, and the closer you get to the equator on the different continents, the hotter the countries get. And then as you move away from the equator, down in the southern hemisphere, going towards the South Pole, it starts to cool off again. So you just have to redraw the whole model, I guess, as to where all the landmass actually lies and where all the continents lie in relation to each other.
Yeah, look, we're going to have to get a lot of clever people together now, and work out how this Earth, the layout of the so-called continents and countries really are, because we don't have any true accurate maps. And this is indicated clearly by the very, very, very strange and unusual flight routes that are taken supposedly around this ball. I can tell you of two experiences that I've had. I've flown from Melbourne to Ecuador, and wondered why we didn't just go straight over to Chile, which you can do. But why is it? This is it. Why is it that instead of all of these planes going direct to South America, which would be so convenient for people, rather than spending, I think I spent nearly 48 hours going to Los Angeles, then to Panama, then to Ecuador. So this and that, and you never. And he said occasionally you've got to correct the horizon on the aeroplane for curvature. And I said, and that's so easy to to destroy, because flying at just do the math, flying at 600-700 mile an hour, which is their average speed, right, around about the speed of sound, a little bit under, maybe 500, right? For the Earth's curvature, which is, so that's 500 miles in an hour. So they would have to constantly be nose diving to account at that speed for the curvature of the Earth, and they're not. I've been in a plane where you're sitting there flat level and you can feel it. You can feel it for hours upon hours upon hours upon hours. In fact, for freaking air. Planes if
you mentioned guys like Einstein and Newton earlier on being part of the research of what's going on. There are many established and well-respected authors and researchers of the current age of times that seem to be still
I've always just been astonished at the fact that everyone else has missed syncretism. I just sit here in ecstasy and bliss daily through the syncretisms I get, and I just wonder how Graham Hancock missed it. Even Jordan Maxwell. Yeah. At least Jordan Maxwell is a humble, beautiful man who acknowledges that my syncretism is the best he has ever seen in his life, and he's studied everything, and he's put me on the top of his top 10 list of the greatest researchers now to research. On top of guys like Lord Pye, Maurice Cottrell, geniuses like this, Michael Tsarian, right on the top. Now why? Because I didn't miss syncretism. I've been paying attention for 52 years. All I can say is all of these guys, all of these great researchers, all of them, they all missed syncretism. Yeah, I like Graham Hancock, by the way, and I love Jordan Maxwell, so I will never attack these guys.
Absolutely.
I will show them my love, and I'll say, guys, you got to get off that dunce ball. Get off the dunce ball. Doesn't exist. So I say to hell and to death with atheism and demonism, and let us bring back the true theology, geocentrism. Hallelujah.
The sun, we're taught through conventional education, is 93 million miles away. That's the figure we always get. It does seem a little bit inconceivable when you really think about it. 93 million miles is a hell of a distance to still be able to feel that heat. What would you say is a more accurate kind of revised figure for how far away we are actually from the sun?
A few hundred, maybe 1,000 or 2,000 miles. The sun's 32, 33 miles wide in diameter. This is where the 32 and 33 degrees of Freemasonry come in, and at times probably at the Tropic of Cancer or at the equinoxes, the sun is around 3,300 miles, 3,300 miles high above the Earth. It gets much closer at the Tropic of Capricorn. I don't know how much, but it is a fact. You can tell. No matter which model you use, all the models tell you that the sun at perihelion is closest to the Earth, at get your head in the right place. We will be able to dismantle this false temple, this falsehood of pseudoscience, and we will be able to bring everyone back to God, the Creator, to Godhead. We can be in bliss forever. Intelligence. We will never ever again spend our intelligence for the self-service self-demons.
So a real big one then, is there space at all, outer space as such, and can we go there, or is that all part of the illusion? I mean, I'm sure many people that even scoff at and reject the idea of a flat Earth do accept that NASA have constantly lied to us about their various space missions, and particularly the moon landings. And many people believe that it's not actually possible to go to the moon at all, let alone go out into space. So that throws out the International Space Station and satellites and all the rest of it. So presumably we are limited in terms of how far up we can go within this model.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This model, this universe is our universe, and we are the centre of it. Because wherever you are the centre of the universe. But it is erroneous to suggest that it is the only one. God is not limited. Why are we limiting the Creator? You get these Christians that are flat earthers, and they preach that the globe was invented by Satanist atheists, which it was, in order to make us atheists so that we don't give the glory to the Creator, because we are the centre of the universe and the only universe. No. Let's not be limiting. There's nowhere in the scriptures where it says it. No. In fact, the scriptures say that there are many, countless. We cannot count them. And they are all the centre of their universe. And we will go there, and we will most probably not have to go to the material planes anymore, but we will go to the spiritual planes, where we'll have spiritual form and spiritual intelligence. So in this conditioned temporal world, we have 8 conditions. 5 are gross and 3 are subtle. They are the external potency of Krishna, the Creator. And so the 5 gross elements are earth, water, air, fire, ether, and the 3 subtle ones are material mind, material intelligence, and false ego. Now these have their spiritual counterparts. flat disc, and it's only benefiting and serving the elite classes, that we are dragging our heels on this matter.
We know that the dark occult controllers of this place love offering little clues for those with eyes to see through their favourite tactic of placing the truth right there in plain sight. Things like predictive programming. This is an area that I get into myself big time in my public talks, and it forms a big part of the book that I've got coming out, because I'm really fascinated by this tactic whereby they seem to feel the need to convey to us the truth of what they're doing in encoded form, because they know that only a few will ever recognise and see it. But as far as they're concerned, they've alleviated the burden of karma that would ordinarily come down on them, because they've given us an opportunity to know by doing just that, placing the truth right there in plain sight. And with regard to the flat earth, I'm thinking about things like the Truman Show movie, for instance, with Jim Carrey, where his character is seen sailing off towards the horizon to try and escape this nightmare world of illusion that he's discovered he's living in. And he hits the side of this dome, and he realised that he's actually enclosed within this dome-like structure. And then you've got the Simpsons movie that came out a few years ago, where a giant dome is placed over the top of Springfield, and everybody's trapped inside it, and they're trying to work out how they can get out of it. And I'm just wondering if those two examples, and many others like them, are the controllers letting us know, giving us an opportunity to know this truth about where we actually live, knowing that only a few will ever see it. What do you think about that?
Yeah, well, this is what confuses the half-truthers that buried in their indoctrination. I've heard people say, it's the sale because the Freemasons are pushing, and the Jewish connection with the Freemasons. Of course they will be pushing the flat earth, because it is Jewish. The Hebrew scriptures tell us to teach only the flat earth. They don't teach heliocentrism, demonism. The scriptures are pure and true. And of course Christians are going to be saying, we're the centre of the universe, and we're special and important, and God created the flat earth. And so there are Christians teaching it. There are Muslims. Google Muslims and flat earth and you'll see hundreds of them. Pastors, imams, teaching that Quran specifically preaches that we have a absolutely 100% flat disc earth. There is no ball. It's hocus pocus. So, and so, they will naively say that, ignorantly say that, this proves that it's science. The contrary is true. This shows that these people are starting to see the truth of their scriptures, and they can't deny it. And the truth must come out. All things hidden will be revealed in the last hour. This is the last hour. This is meltdown, Armageddon, Gotadamaru for the demons and the powers that be and the elite. They're unscared, because now we're pointing right at them, and we know where the source of all evil is. It's not the Bilderbergers, the Jews, the Vatican, the Jesuits, the Knights of Malta, blah, blah, blah. It's the demons. We have an infestation of demons. We have had since Aristotle. As the Iron Age began. It was a parting way. The materialists went one way, the spiritualists went one way, and Rome closed the spiritualist Neoplatonic schools and blessed the Aristotelian, buffoon, materialist schools, and the whole world agrees with Aristotle that we are a speck of dust flying around insignificant, Big Bang style, rock, spinning ball, hocus pocus buffoonery. So where's the creator? No glory to the intelligent design.
And really this divide that we've got in the so-called truth movement, where you've got people tearing chunks off each other and arguing and calling each other dipshits and fuckwits all over YouTube threads and Facebook threads all day long, is exactly what the controllers want, isn't it? They want divisiveness. They don't want any kind of unity in terms of people that can see the lies that are happening in the world. They want one camp arguing with another over one point or another. And it seems with this whole subject area, they've really got people anything but unifying and coming together and trying to address the problems that we all face. So they must be having a good old laugh at a job well done in terms of the way these different camps argue with each other all day long, don't you think?
Yeah, well, it's natural to do that, and especially when there are shills and agents infiltrating to cause that. But I'm here to change that. I'm going to reach out to all the geocentric flat earthers to join together and band together as one against demon worship, and support me, even if you don't like me. Support syncretism. Syncretism's the answer to divide and conquer, guys. There's no other way. Syncretism. Support each other. Let's band together and let's make a claim, a lawful claim against the institutionalized system, and let's make them bring proof of their claim that gravity, relativity, the globe, Big Bang, Hegelian dialectic, gravity, Darwinian monkey man evolution have any grounds in reality and evidence and fact at all. Where's the proof? So I'm reaching out to all the intelligent organs like us that know how to file claims in court, and let's go to the Vatican with a claim, guys. Join me. I'll do it. Support me. Let's fund a group of 10 or 20 guys to write up a document and write up where's the evidence for this monkey man Einsteinian relativity? Where's the hocus pocus gravity? Give us proof of it. We can prove magnetism and electricity with simple tests. A little kid can do that. But how can they prove gravity? So why don't we stop it, put an end to this demon worship and hypocrisy and all of this hate and killing and wars and military industrial complex and vaccinating, poisoning our children and chemtrail and fluoride in the water to make our brains retarded. Poisons everywhere, poison everywhere by this criminal demon. Let's get together. I'm reaching out. I am reaching out. Let's band together and let's go out after the demons and vanquish them from this plane. We can be happy. We can have music and salsa dance all day long. We don't have to go to jobs. We can do work instead. Good alchemical work, sublimating our souls and bringing them to ascend into the heavens to be Krishna Radharani forever in virtues and dignity and glory and honour and respect for human life and for all life and bliss and Sat Chitananda and glory forever, unconditioned, unqualified, unlimited, immortal, omnipresent, omniscient.
Santos, do you want to just remind people where they can find your work online? You're all about syncretism. I think you've got a new blog site now, is that right?
I'm on faceuni.com, that is social media, facebook.com of course. I'm on TSU, social media, Twitter now, someone's helping me on Twitter. Universaltruthschool.com is my website, one word, universaltruthschool.com. My free presentation channel is YouTube, one word, Mr. Astrotheology, MR Astrotheology. And there you can enjoy syncretism and be free and give glory to the Creator into your own creatorship, into your own divinity, and demonism.
And you still travel and tour around doing lectures, or do you stay with you?
No, I'll just stay here. I'm happy to stay put. I want to try and attract people to me who will help me write a book and make websites, create astrological systems, websites, best astrology reading sites ever. I want to make a syncretism documentary based on geocentrism. I've got a lot of projects. I need so much help, and I'm trying to attract that through good hoping and intent, and hopefully I can reach out more and make more good stuff.
Well, it's been a fascinating conversation today, brother. Thanks for coming on. I certainly think this conversation will cause a lot of people to do some deep thinking, hopefully do some further research. So, yeah, there's a lot of value to it. Thanks for coming on today.
60 years ago, when the Russians beat us into space, we didn't deny Sputnik was up there. We didn't argue about the science or
geocentric and heliocentric. So what does that mean? It's just a big word. You pay for the education, let the folks know you've been to school. Here's what it means. Geocentric means that the Earth is the center. Heliocentric means that the sun is the center. There's no universe, our solar system. Everything revolves around the sun. The geocentric view, the sun and everything revolves around the Earth. The Earth is fixed where it is. Now here's the thing. My little me think. How do they see Chicago? Airline pilots, when they go up, flight level, let's say 30, 35, in other words, 30,000 or 35,000 feet in the air. Let's say they're up there at 35,000 feet. As they rise in that aircraft, did you know what amazing thing happens? The horizon rises. Now, if the horizon was curved, would it rise or would it fall? So you believe in flat earth? No, but I'm believing, listen to what they got to say. You see, here's their point. Their point is that God made the earth, and He made everything else as it relates to the earth. And the earth is the center of God's plan for man. And that it is here the issue of sin and salvation is settled. And that because of that, the earth is primary and is of primary importance in God's creation. In plain words, you're not going to find anything out there that is nearly as important as what you've got going on here. Now, as far as that's concerned, I go with them 100%. I'm going to read a little more about the flat earth. Here's why. I may never believe the earth is flat, but I may learn a lot of things from it that will help me understand my Bible in ways that I could never understand before.
Ways of time, your heavy hand.
Shape of the earth, the layout of the universe, and the Creator's position in it. This change in perception has prepared minds for the overwhelming delusion to come upon the world under the first woe, the fifth trumpet, prophesied in Revelation chapter 9. This delusion will be a demonic attack under the pretext of an alien invasion. Reportedly, Vladimir Lenin observed, "A lie told often enough becomes the truth." This quote is discovered within the belief of most. The Earth is a sphere. It spins through space while orbiting the Sun, hurtling thousands of kilometers an hour inside our Milky Way galaxy. So ingrained is this belief, if one speaks of the words flat earth, listeners snicker. The mental reflex of a flat plane from which a person might fall into an infinite space creates this disrespect. A globe earth, because unproven, is pseudoscience, yet believed worldwide and passed from generation to generation
case there are any conspiracy theorists out there, how would you prove to us that you're in zero gravity?
Amenable to the final delusion of an alien invasion under the first woe. The Catholic hierarchy had the perfect opportunity to lay groundwork for a global deception to culminate in this Earth's final generation. This deception required a globe Earth spinning throughout the vast reaches of space inhabited by aliens and other sentient life forms. These contrivances created doubt in the Bible, putting science ahead of Scripture, which advises mankind the earth is enclosed and unmoving. They also place the Creator far away from His creation by presenting a universe unimaginably vast.
Tabletop of Martin Luther, great reformer, quoted as having said, "There is talk of a new astrologer who wants to prove that the earth moves and goes round instead of the sky becoming the moon, just as if somebody were moving in a carriage or a ship might hold if he was sitting still and at rest while the earth and the trees walk and move. That is how things are now. When man wishes to be clever, he must needs invent something special. When he does it, he must needs be. A fool wants to turn the whole art of astronomy upside deny them or presumptuously interpret them in conformity with our Calvin, also known as John Calvin, called Copernicus a dreamer who has a spirit of bitterness and contradiction, reprove everything and prevent the order of nature. You will see some who are so deranged, not only in religion, but who in all things reveal their monstrous nature, that they will say that the sun does not move, and that it is the earth which shifts and turns. When you see such minds, you must believe in such things that it is. God sets them before us as mirrors in order to keep us in view. So it is with all who argue out of pure malice, that happy is the show of this thing. When they are told this is hot, they will reply, nope. When they are shown an object in black, they will say, nope. Just like the man who said that the snow is black, for although it is perceived and known also by the right, he clearly wishes to contradict the fact. So it is. They are madmen who try to change the natural order, and even to dazzle eyes, as you know.
With the biblical geocentric model rejected, a new explanation was required. A globe Earth, the orbit of the Sun for millions of miles every year, illimitable realms of space with billions of galaxies, each composed of billions of stars with worlds innumerable. All this became necessary to explain the new heliocentric model of the universe, and mankind, over a short time, lost his divine significance. Thereafter was created an environment within which the writings of Charles and its integral law of survival of the fittest gave rise to the bloodbaths of the 20th century in which millions lost their lives. Numerous researchers have established incontrovertible connections between the Vatican and the Nazi Party. Regardless of the level of collaboration between the Vatican and the Nazis, what happened after World War II is even more significant. Operation Paperclip smuggled hundreds of Nazi scientists, including top SS officers on trial for war crimes, into the United States for use in America's Cold War space race. One of these Nazi Party members, Werner von Braun, was promoted to head up NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center. Under Operation Paperclip, some 350 German scientists and former intelligence agents were given visas and well-paying jobs. Many of these scientists had questionable pasts. Braun himself had been an active member of the Nazi Party, and his colleague at NASA, Dr. Hubertus Strugel, a specialist in aviation medicine, had performed experiments on concentration camp inmates. The purpose of this massive and illegal undertaking appears to have been for the establishment of a worldwide authority on all things relating to space and astronomy. NASA became the public face of space. It has long acted as a front, providing an unsuspecting world with pseudoscience legitimized by the backing of the U.S. government. NASA is its own monopoly. It controls the dissemination of public information on astronomy while hiding facts it does not want the public to know. It is the statements, photographs, and discoveries of NASA that make the news headlines.
Do aliens even exist, and how would we know? Well, the Kepler satellite currently orbiting in outer space has identified about 50 planets that seem very much Earth-like. In fact, every week we discover another Jupiter-sized planet in outer space.
With NASA in charge of the flow of astronomical information to the public, it appears the Vatican has remained a central player in the truly accurate astronomy not being released to the public. For hundreds of years, the Vatican has owned more telescopes and observatories than any organization, private university or government. NASA and the Vatican jointly own Lucifer, the world's largest binocular telescope. According to the official Vatican website, the Vatican Observatory is one of the oldest astronomical institutes in the world. And yet, where are the photographs? Where are the news releases of the latest discoveries? Precisely what have the Jesuit astronomers been doing for the last 500 years? Only they know. NASA's public release of information promoting the idea of an expanding, thus ever larger universe of incomprehensible size has led to the supposition there must be alien life on other planets. After all, if the Big Bang produced life on Earth, why couldn't intelligent life have evolved elsewhere?
And we've been hearing a lot lately about dozens of other habitable planets being discovered. And today, NASA is hosting a discussion panel about these habitable planets that are just a short, 10, 20 or so light years away from us. So RT correspondent Megan Lopez joined us earlier from NASA, and I first asked her if we were close to finding another life form in our solar system.
They need to figure out what type of activity that is. But with the organic materials, it means that we could find a footprint of Martian life that used to exist. And if there's plant life that used to exist, it could mean that there's other life that used to exist. So scientists at NASA are very excited. They just unveiled this, and it presents a new puzzle to sort of solve for them.
Right now, we only can fly in Earth orbit. That's the farthest that we can go. And this new system that we're building is going to allow us to go beyond and hopefully take humans into the solar system to explore. So the moon, Mars, asteroids, there's a lot of destinations that we could go to, and we're building these building block components in order to allow us to do that eventually.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again. But going to Mars should be one of the next series of steps that humans do. The first step should be going back to the moon for a number of technical reasons and exploration reasons, and then after that, Mars, maybe high orbit in Venus atmosphere, maybe going to Europa. There's all kinds of targets to go to, places of interest in our solar system. The only limit to human future is in our own imagination.
There could be 12 continents. How would you know? And that's a matter of how we draw it up. But I feel like with the world, with the Earth, when you stand back and you look at the horizon, you can see curvature. You can actually see it, unlike a dinosaur or something.
Yeah, or if you fly in one direction, you'll come back around, which in a flat world probably would not happen.
That is true. That is true. But these guys don't go around. They go to Cleveland and then they go to...
With me now, Bill Nye, CEO of the Planetary Society, and of course, the science guy. Good to have you, Bill.
Good to see you, Craig.
Todd Aiken says believing in evolution requires faith. Paul Brown says it's a lie from the pit of hell, a lie straight from the pit of hell. What goes through your mind when you hear things like that?
Well, first of all, I, as a science educator, have failed. I failed. No. Evolution was discovered. It's not something people made up. It was discovered. And the evidence for it is astonishing. It's overwhelming. Now, one thing I really want your generation to embrace is that the Earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the Earth. There's no place to go. There's no place to throw your trash. And I wouldn't be surprised if maybe not you, but your kids develop ways to mine our land. We throw away so much valuable stuff, especially raw materials, maybe raw materials.
understanding of the world in which you live, then of course the world looks flat. That's not any different from being a child watching television and presuming that the people you see on TV know you. They don't know me. Well, if you're a little child, you think they do know you because you are the center of your own universe. And to mature out of that is very hard, not only when we grow up as humans, but also as we grow up as civilization. To realize that the Earth is not flat and that it's round means you're not in the center of the Earth. Some of the earliest civilizations we have records of were in the Middle East. Okay? And that whole area is called the Mediterranean. Well, Mediterranean translates to Middle Earth. The people lived there were sure they were in the middle of the Earth. That can only be true if you think Earth is flat. Well, we have many lines of evidence to show that Earth is round, including Apollo photos of the round Earth.
Well, that's the only reason I referenced that, of course, you got kind of a battle on Twitter about that a while back.
Yeah, it wasn't a fair battle. You know you're right, and you know the other person completely regressed in their thinking. I only jumped in because there must have been an overlap in the Venn diagram of the followers that I had on Twitter and the followers that GlobeX had on Twitter. And I don't know how big that overlap is, but it was sufficient for people to come to me and say, BLB is saying Earth is flat. You gotta stop him. Say something. Save him from himself. And I'm saying, well, I'm looking, and there they were. And I would have left it alone, because I don't have time for this, until I saw him saying, I use physics and math to show that Earth is flat. Now, those are fighting words. Okay? If he says he's invoking physics and math, let me see where he claimed to do so. I looked where he claimed to do so, and it was profoundly ignorant of formulas and physics related to the physics of establishing the size of the Earth. Now, I don't mind that people don't know things. That's just plain old ignorance. Ignorance shouldn't be thought of as a bad word. Right? Ignorance just simply means you don't know. But if you don't know, and you have the power of influence over others, that's dangerous. If you don't know, and you don't know that you don't know, that is particularly dangerous. And so and I don't blame BLB, and I blame educational system that can graduate someone into adulthood who cannot tell the difference between what is and is not true about this world.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. You see like the bright light back there? Wow.
Still see it?
Yep, it's in the camera. Look how fast that's going, man. Look how fast.
Are you getting it on video?
Yep.
Yeah, folks, space shuttle's going off the right side of the aircraft right now. Those of you on the right side of the aircraft, you can see the space shuttle.
Wow.
If you on the left side of the aircraft, you can probably see people on the right side of the aircraft looking at the space shuttle.
who's to say that there is an edge, and why assume there is one? Is it because when we are introduced to the idea of a flat Earth, it's always depicted like this?
What's underneath the flat Earth?
This is obviously an unanswerable question since the assumed edge has never been known to be reached. But many people suppose that whether the Earth is round or flat, that either way, it still must be floating in the middle of outer space. But the idea of outer space goes out the window with the round Earth theory. Many religious texts support it on the Earth that has its foundations, on which it is laid, and its pillars by which it is supported. We simply don't know, but we do know that the Earth is obviously fixed in place as we can tell by our everyday experience of non-physics. What we see in the skies above, or illuminated objects, they can certainly NASA's Earth Observing System (EOS) satellites were designed to give a checkup of Earth's health. By 2002, we finally had enough data to make a snapshot of the entire Earth, so we did.
In 2002, Blue Marble 2.0. NASA's Rob Simon made this. Simon's job is...
It's primarily taking data and making pictures out of it?
That's what this is, a composite of data sets from several different instruments translated into a picture.
So we actually had to take clouds out.
They stashed the clouds for later, went onto the ocean. That came from an instrument that measures phytoplankton in the sea.
Where it was low, I call it dark blue, because they're low mostly in mid-oceans. And then where it's a little bit higher, it was like a little bit brighter green.
Then add the clouds back in.
There's a small problem with it because there's a very slight gap in between each orbit.
So some of those are painted on.
It is photoshopped, but it has to be.
Then
there was another layer to sort of simulate the atmosphere.
And then there's this little bright spot.
So it's the reflection of sunlight off of water.
Those are the pieces, but you can't just slap them all together.
It just didn't look realistic. It looks kind of flat, or the clouds are sort of too see-through. So I just hit Command Z a lot.
There's artistry to creating the world.
What I imagine it to be. Unfortunately, I've never been to space, but I've looked at these images over and over again, trying to sort of get the essence of it. It is Photoshop, but it's has to be. It is Photoshop, but it's has to be. It is Photoshop, but it's has to be. It is Photoshop, but it's has to be.
Objects that you see in the sky to the earth under your feet is very ineffective for actually proving the supposed rotundity of the earth. Since there are no actual photographs of the earth and motion has never been experienced or proven, it would seem more logical for one to assume that we are on a flat motionless plane and everything we see in the heavens revolves around us.
What about satellites and GPS?
As crazy as it may sound, satellites are opposed. Have you ever wondered why there are never any damaged or faulty satellites? And why there are no satellite malfunctions due to constant fatigue? It's weird they don't melt to the thermosphere that's over 2,000 degrees. I find myself in this photo and wondering why we never see satellites pass by the moon. Did you know there are thousands of miles of fiber optic cables under the seabed that supplies 90% of our communication, internet, etc.? And GPS works off the cell phone towers. It's called triangulation. Haven't you seen those really tall towers and wondered where they are? Satellite TV is just advanced radio using ground-based towers. It's all ground-based, just like the old TV antenna. Science fiction author Arthur C. Clarke proposed the idea of geostationary satellites in 1943 in a magazine called Wireless. And 20 years later, in 1965, they claimed to have successfully launched the first commercial geostationary communication satellite. Today, there are said to be thousands, but the odd thing is that trying to prove it only leaves you fruitless.
Is outer space even real?
Yes and no. What you see in the sky, as far as stars and wandering stars, also known as planets, are there. How could we deny them? We don't know what they actually are, but they are there. Now, what we are told about outer space and what it is not true at all. Everything we believe about so-called outer space is due mostly to Hollywood movies and other media, including children's cartoons. Of course, NASA propaganda is the biggest culprit. As we have already gone over, there are no pictures of Earth, and even images of all the other so-called planets are computer-generated. NASA has gone on record numerous times stating that humans can't get past low Earth orbit.
NASA's next spacecraft, already being built and tested across America, will do those things and more.
This is the spacecraft.
Galilean system of astronomy to be the greatest discovery of science and the foundation of the whole of modern astronomy. If, therefore, it can be shown that gravitation is a pure assumption and an imagination of the mind only, that it has no existence outside of the brains of its expounders,
Oh,
indoctrinated
Megalodon,
just as the
I'm
rest
coming
of
for
us
you,
have.
buddy.
When
Ah,
they work
yes.
at their everyday job, they go
Die.
about it as if
Feel the
Earth is
might
most
apply so with a
certainly
huge
spherical.
baggy.
If indeed some of these
Hello,
people
what?
did
I'm the
know the
Game
Earth
Beaver,
is
and
flat,
welcome back
they
to
most
another
likely
episode
wouldn't
of
even
Hungry
speak
Shark
out about it
World.
in
I
fear
know,
of losing
right?
their job
So
or
many,
ruining their
so
reputation.
many to choose over today.
The average
has been
scientist
seeing the
knows about
release
everything they
of
do
the
with the
final
spherical Earth
special
already
shark.
factored in.
As of
For
this
mainstream
minute,
science,
this is the
especially
final
in
one
Earth
that's been
poses
released. So
huge
it
no-brainer.
is the long
The
awaited,
beavers do most of
highly
their work,
anticipated
not to take away from
Drago
their
the
activity
Pliosaur. Check that out. This is the George Predator confirmed. It's next week. Things are rolling. 5 out of the water and in the sky. Quickly, I'm glad that those 4 powerful will allow it I managed to get the jetpack max because it's 66% off, and there was no way that we would not let that go. I was like, I'm out of debt. So finally we have the best jetpack. It's not a good one. Probably going to go for the best one for a level 1, which is because we could get the royal set, which gives us 45% growth, which is, you know, a decent score. But everything has its own unique thing. So that is a plus 50% survival bonus, mostly health for the caveman set. How about you? There are all loads of set. Again, that's mainly boost speed. Warrior armor. What's that good for? Gold and points. So we need the chef. There should be an apron. Magic. The magic carpet gives us... Oh, yeah, that's all gold. A little bit of growth, but not too much. There we go. Chef's apron. What does that give us? In fact, no. It makes us eat. Like, we get more health back for our food. But I'm gonna have to go with the classic. It's the staple. It's the one I know. If you guys know a better set than this, 25% gold, 12% gold, 20% gold, 50% growth, and 30% all in one. Awesome. And with this set, you can equip the mustache, I think it is. Like the bunny nose, minus 12% health drain. That's really good. Or 50% boost speed. Ooh, do we go for gold? Or boost speed? We can get a red nose, 10%. You know what? Let's get the let's get the propeller, so we can boost 50% quicker rather than gold, because who really cares about gold? We got 500,000 gold. We're okay. We're doing completely fine. We could boost it up as well, speed, but we'll not do that this episode.
Oh, preparing prizes. What did I get? 5%. Yeah, that's right. I got 197 drones. A lot of you guys commented, even in the video before it, saying that there's a new event in Hungry Shark World, and it's almost impossible. In fact, the top 1% had 4,900 drones, which is just ridiculous. You finished 1,207 out of 29,000 players. So we got 50 gems, so really this pliosaur only cost us 450. Do we have anything? Oh, what's this? We got the harbor. Equipped any large shark to take part. Oh, what were the prizes? More gems. No, I'm okay. So where would a pliosaur exist? This is a creature that would live in the late Jurassic to early Jurassic period, I think it was. I don't think they really... Did they survive in the late Cretaceous? I think only a few survived to the Cretaceous period. Because I think then they were just killed by mosasaurs, weren't they? I mean, Jurassic and Cretaceous were separated by huge extinction events, so I don't even know if they managed to survive into the Cretaceous. I'm no paleontologist, but if I were to hazard a guess, I would guess we can pretty much guess. So I'm going to go with one of my favorites, the Arctic Ocean. My top 10, top map. Number 1 has to be the Arabian Sea. Oh, we open a map. That's right. Then the Antarctic. Oh my God! It's over. Really good. Oh my God! It's awesome. We got a reach jetpack helps us. It must do. It must do. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, there's the... Oh, we should become a huge one. That'd be great. Oh my God. This is amazing. Oh God, mine. Oh, damn it. I ran out of boost there. Oh no, the Chars. The Chars, they attack. Can we go down here? Yeah, we can. This is the easiest way to get in. If you're a small shark... Oh, hold the phone. Where is this? Interesting. Oh, I didn't even know that was a little hidden cavey bit. I was meant to be heading like this way, yeah. Kill the submarine! This is what they were talking about in Jurassic World 2, the epic submarine battle. There we go. Oh, we can't eat the jellies. We have to be in like mega rush for that. Oh God. Can we destroy this? Oh, it's invulnerable. It's invulnerable. Oh my God, my boost is running out a lot. And I mean, everything I'm eating as well increases it, so it's kind of crazy. Oh! Oh, great white! Can't eat those! I forget. I'm not a crazy thing. I can eat orcas, killer whales. Killer whales eat great whites, yet I can't eat a great white. I can eat a killer whale, though. This game makes a lot of sense. Okay, okay. I don't know how many levels we went up. I don't feel like we're doing too great. And over on that side is kind of like death throws. Oh, yes! Eat all the puffins! I mean, we got a jetpack, right? Sod it, we should just go out of water. We're a land reptile. Who needs flippers? Yeah, you try it. You try it, mate. Oh, you want to go, son? Mr. Helicopter? Ah, yes. Beautiful. Yeah. I was gonna say, if we keep doing that, we'll be in Gold Rush in no rate. In no time. Damn it, I always forget, like, my boost runs out so quick. Ah, damn it. I hate when I hit the divers in the other dimension. So I can't even, like, whack the cage. I have to wait for them to come back. Damn jellies. Okay, okay, this is where we're gonna come into our own here. Yeah, this is it. This is what I'm waiting for. Okay, let's get everything. Let's get everything. Go, go, go. Go, go. Oh, there's the Y. Why, oh, why, Delilah? There we go. Times 10? Come on. Oh, my God. He just falls so slow at sometimes. That's more like it. This is good. This is great. And the treasure. Oh, we're going to be Mega Rush. Yes. Eat everything. The thing is, the things you can't normally eat. Awesome. They don't get pulled towards you. Everything else, however, does. Oh, go this lasting forever. Oh, yes. No, come on, keep it going. 572, keep it going, keep it going. Oh, yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo. Come on, times 12. Come on, come on. Yes. Okay, 7. Get all of the animals. Oh, look how big that recycle is. Yeah, there we go. Just eat all the puffins. They're endangered species now, but who cares? They're the bloomin' clowns of the ocean. Oh! Oh! I got wrecked!
Taken out already.
Yeah, nah, I'm not having that. I'm not being beaten by no mamby-pamby great white. I don't know why I did that. I should know there's great whites there. Go, go, go! Go, go, go! Come on! Eat him! Break the ice! God damn it! Woohoo! I'm huge! Urgh. Eat Beaver's belly! Awesome! Keep growing, my son! Get massive! This is where we could die. This is where it could go all so wrong. Like this! Eat the penguins! Eat the penguins!